Welcome to your daily focus, January the 3rd, 2022. So, Venus moves into Aquarius today. What does that mean for you? We'll get to that and so much else. Let's start at the beginning. My name's Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the people who took advantage of my one day special for your year ahead according to the stars. It was a huge success. I'm glad because it was my way of saying thank you to you. So, that being said, thank you for giving me that opportunity to say thank you and giving you a valuable resource for 2023 going forward. I still have, I think, 4 or 5 left, but they came in. It was only supposed to be a one day for the 28th, but they came in late on the 29th, one on the 30th, and one on the 31st. Of course, I'm not going to say no to the last minute that showed up because it was meant to be a thank you. And if you missed a video, you missed a day. I've done that. I subscribe to a lot of things, but there are days when I don't get to it. So I completely understand. It's a busy time of year, so I I thank them. I thank them for reaching out to me and asking. So I'll have to do something like that again, sooner rather than later, just for you guys, right? So anyways, what do we have today? We have the three energy. The three energy is about transformation. It's about creativity. It's about getting together more often with groups of people, more than two, right? Two or more, I guess. It's a great time to brainstorm, connect with each other in many ways. And we have the numerology of the day. If we go 1 plus 3 plus 7, we have an 11 energy. So that's our master builder. That's our illuminator. So pay attention to your dreams. Meditate on what you want to bring into your life. We are under new moon energy, so it is a beautiful time to think about what we want to step into, what we want to create, what we want to grow throughout 2023 and beyond. Now, the sun is in Capricorn, and I think we wake up with the moon in Gemini today. I think it went really late. So yesterday was completely a Taurus kind of energy. Lay back, relax, smell the roses, look at your financials maybe, understand where your money's going. It could be that kind of energy, getting your ducks in a row, everything in its right order, or putting it in order, or growing your foundations. That was the kind of energy. But today we have more of a Gemini energy, and the Gemini energy, I mean, really, we find true harmony when we are thinking and we are feeling and we are being able to allow our self-expression to come out. Maybe it's through creativity, maybe it's through what we say, what we do, but that's what really brings in the harmony for us. Mercury, which is retrograde now, I had a nice little conversation with Neptune. That's still in the air, so we're still experiencing that. And that also brings in relaxation and creativity and our communication. And it could be communication to our spirit guides, to God, our angels, to the universe, Mother Earth, that divine energy, and really talking about what you want to communicate to the world, communicate what you want to bring into your world. And we can pick up a lot of information during this time in our dreams, waking and sleeping. Meditations, allow thoughts to come in. Don't give them too much, but pay attention to what thoughts start popping up when you're just sitting there and you're just trying to do some breathing. And see what happens. Because you might be pleasantly surprised at some of the things that were coming your way over today, over tomorrow. Mercury also had a nice conversation with Saturn. Now, anytime Mercury and Saturn get together, anything that usually requires clear thinking or good judgment is highlighted on a day like today. But because Mercury is retrograde, I think we could have some very profound discussions. But I think we're looking back on some of our conversations, some of those times when we did have that clear thinking, that good judgment, and I can't talk tonight for nothing. That good judgment and being able to analyze and critique it and take away from it what you're learning from the experience, what you did different in the experience that worked well, that didn't work, that you want to do different the next time around, and really look at the how you are evolving those things in your life. And that could be personal, that could be professional, absolutely. Now, the highlight for yesterday, which I'm kind of holding as today because I think it happened like late in the evening. Like you were going to bed when Venus went into Aquarius. So today would be the day we're feeling the energy anyways. We wake up to it, right? So when Venus is in Aquarius, it's very friendly. We're very optimistic. We're very outgoing. Now, if you're looking for a relationship, because it is Venus we're talking about, if you're looking for a relationship, it might be a friend of a friend of a friend. It might be in a group setting that you meet this person. It could be at work, in the community, a family function, but they brought a friend and for some reason you just connect, or they have a friend of a friend, or it's that kind of bringing in of new energy. If you are in a relationship, take it back. Take it back to the honesty that you first had with each other, the friendship that you first had with each other. And that's another way of, if you're looking for somebody in your life, it could actually be a friend that turns into a lover under this kind of energy, okay? But yeah, look for, what common interests you had, what drew you together, and start rebuilding on that. And if you're having problems, it's even more important to go back to the honesty that you once had, the friendship that you once had, the interest that played an important role in your life. And if those interests have passed and they can't come back, then it's time to look at new interests and maybe even group interests. Okay, that you, because it is Aquarius, so you may find that with other couples or something, it gets a lot more lively and exciting and something to look forward to, and there's lots of talk and different voices, and it could add energy to the relationship. So money, as far as money in Aquarius, we're kind of a lot more stable in spending. Aquarius kind of takes the love and the passion out a little bit and puts in logic and reasoning and fairness. So we're a lot more grounded when it comes to what we're buying. We're not buying something because it's all shiny and pretty and we just saw it and it made our heart stop for a second. So we just got to have it as our own. But it's not like, I don't need it, I don't want it, what's the cheapest one, maybe I'll just throw one in. It's more of really looking at the selection of what you have and understanding which things that you really want to bring into your life. So we may pause a little bit before making any kind of purchases, which is always a good thing. Or investing our money, making our money work for us. We give those kinds of things a little bit more time and energy for the processing of it. Let's go to the cards. So we do have a lot of energy around us. I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday, but as you know, my Christmas was canceled. And so we were trying to find a time when my daughter could make the 2-hour trip down to my house because I still demanded Christmas. And unfortunately, it was the only day we could do anything. It was the only day we could do anything and get together, and then I had to drive them back, and then I had to pick up my son at work, and by the time I got home, I was utterly exhausted, and it was a beautiful day, but I didn't have anything left in me to do. And you know, I will not sit down here and do a video for the sake of doing a video and giving you some misinformation because I wasn't strong enough in the energy, because I do believe that I have to be strong enough in the energy in order to bring through the message, the knowledge, the wisdom, the guidance. and hopefully the friendship. Okay, let's go look at the cards here. The World card is our shadow card today. The World card is about the endings of not just small paths. This could be looking at giant new beginnings for yourself, new starts. You know, this is the year you're going to do this. This is the year that you're going to step into that. This is the year you're going to challenge yourself in this way. But you know there are some things that you have to leave behind. You have to leave in the past. You have to tie up some loose ends before you can go forward. So this card really represents the very endings of things rather than the very beginnings of things. But we know the world keeps turning, right? It goes season to season. So we know that we are on the brink of something wonderful, something great, something magnificent to step into. We don't know what that something may be yet. That's okay. But it is a time to tie up those loose ends. It's a time to make sure that we're not dragging that stuff forward with us. Okay, our first card is, look at this, the Fool is back. Brand new path, brand new purpose, brand new agenda, brand new opportunity. This is the Fool card. We are looking towards new beginnings, new starts, new realizations of what we can step into, who we can become, what we can create. So that we're right back to that 3 energy again. We're looking at what we can create. Now with the 11 energy, for the daily energy, that is, the challenges might be a lot greater, but the success is so much more. So we may be challenged today, and get excited when you're being challenged, because that says your dream is too small and we're going to grow it bigger for you. We're going to give you more abundance, more happiness, more joy. But you got to jump through this hoop in order to do it. So pay attention to what's happening in your life, and if you're meeting challenges, embrace it. Look it in the eye. Walk through it. Allow it to flow through you. Okay? Because the Fool is here. The Fool is here to mark a brand new journey for you. Day one of the rest of your life. And you don't need anything more than what you already have in order to take these steps, these initial steps into, I'm going to do this. Maybe it's writing out a plan. Maybe it's a strategy. Remember, Mercury and Saturn are getting along up in the sky right now. So clear thinking. And maybe this is something you've thought of before and you put it on the back burner. You put it, away in a box and forgot about it. Maybe it's time to take it back out and look at it with fresh new eyes and see what you see this time around. And you might be pleasantly surprised. And plus, we get this, not only that, but with Mercury talking with Neptune, even though we have the retrograde happening, it brings in information to us through our dreams, through our intuition, through when we're meditating. We get this blare just because we quieted ourselves. That blare is always going, but we don't quiet ourselves enough to hear that blare most times. We're too busy doing this, that, and the other thing. Life is busy. So the Fool is here to say a brand new journey. So isn't that funny? Because the next card in the deck would be the World card. The next card would be the Fool, right? We would start over again. So this is about definitely endings in our life. This is definitely about new beginnings in our life. And we know it's not clear cut. We know there's not just a straight line, that some things go and they weave through. So we want to make sure that we're tying up the loose ends. We're putting completions on things that we don't want to bring forward with us. And we want to really concentrate on that new beginning, that new desire, that new want, where we want to go. We have the Four of Cups. So that's to say, too, that we must be grateful for what we already have around us. It's not what we want. Obviously, it's not our best life ever. But it does make our life a lot easier. Maybe it's running water. Maybe it's heat. Maybe it's just you could have a hot coffee or a hot shower or a warm meal. Because at one point, not too long ago, I was starting to get worried that I wouldn't be able to experience those things again. This is about seeing what you already have in front of you. Here we sit And our head is kind of turned away from those cups filled with abundance. We're not happy with it. It's not good enough. If only, if only. Well, your if only is back here. And many decks portray this as the hand of God handing it to you, like here. But God, the universe, it's like a parent. And if you bought something special for your child that they begged for and they said they wanted, and then 2 days later you go in their room and it's laying in the corner broken, the next time they say, oh, but I really need it, I really wanted to make me so happy, you're not as apt to act as fast. It's like, okay, I want you to go into your room and appreciate what you already have. And then if you still need that, we'll talk about it. So this is a day to stop and take note of what you already have around you. Maybe it's family, maybe it's loved ones, maybe it's community, maybe it's things. Maybe it's just your health, or you have 2 hands or 2 feet or 2 eyes or 2 ears. Because many people don't have the luxury of those things. To just be grateful for it. And know that you have that as actual tools to move yourself forward. The King of Wands is our last card. I like the King of Wands. He's a go-getter. He wants to do. This is usually the king that looks the sloppiest in all of the decks of all the kings. Okay, he's kind of dressed up. Sometimes his crown's a little bit crooked, and sometimes he doesn't even have on a beautiful robe. It's just something he threw on out of his chambers or something. Like here, he doesn't have his big robe on. He's got a jacket. He's getting ready to go to work. He's ready to go and start creating something, doing something, going after a goal. We have the lion there. It's like knowing your strength. So it's having a confidence of knowing your strength and being able to take a risk on yourself and believing in yourself and just know that things will work out as you take one step right after the other, after the other, after the other. Especially under an 11 energy to tap into this kind of energy. Now, this is something that you've thought through. This is something that you've investigated. This is something that you've been pondering for a while. Chances are, at least. Okay, so you've had a little bit of thought about it. You kind of know in what direction you want to go. You know some of the basics that you have to accomplish first. And once you start actually doing it, once you actually make that commitment to yourself, and you say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start it on this day. I'm going to give it 15 minutes a day. There's my window that I'm going to block off that 15 minutes. At that point, everything, cell phones, everything is cleared out of the room. It's only me and my journal, or me and my study equipment, or me and my computer, whatever you're using in order to enrich your life in some way. And give it 15 minutes. To grow yourself, to grow into the opportunities that you want to step into. And the most wonderful thing about the King of Wands is once he gets a vision and once he starts action, he gets excited, and that is his motivation. But he gets so happy and motivated at what he's doing because he doesn't hope it's going to happen. He knows, he expects this or better. What happens is everybody else starts to get that buzz too. Something's going on. I want to be a part of it. I want to be close to him and grab from his energy and help him. And whatever he's doing, I want to have my name somewhere on that piece of paper. That's the kind of energy. So you get the support, you get the help you need as you start walking, as you start developing your plan into a beautiful strategy. Now let's get a mantra card. I must admit, I am tired, but not that tired. Oh my gosh, the cards just went everywhere. And there's like 10 of them, so we're not doing that. I wasn't expecting you guys to put me to work as hard as you did. And I already had, all kinds of plans that I kind of had to figure out which ones just weren't important anymore because you guys were. The dolphin, don't worry, be happy. So back it up a little bit, smile, relax, look at what you have to be joyful about in your life. Maybe it's the people who surround you, maybe it's the things. Okay, but look around at what does make you smile, does bring happiness to you, does bring joy your way, does even give you a sense of peace of mind and well being. And just smile. Pick reasons to smile, to laugh, to giggle. It's so important. I'm usually recognized in restaurants by my laugh. They'll recognize my laugh across the room. And they'll come over. And not just, in YouTube land, but, just knowing me as a person and whatnot. Because I don't stifle laughs. I laugh. I enjoy myself. And I find reasons to laugh and bring joy. It's like a mission for me to bring laughter to the world and joy to the world and joy to my each and every experience. And yeah, sometimes that doesn't happen. Quite honestly, that doesn't happen all the time. But I tell you, the happy moments definitely outweigh all the other moments combined. So be the dolphin, okay? Don't worry. Be happy. The dolphin has a spiritual ability to uplift your spirit with its friendly, playful nature. Escape from stress of life by being more relaxed and doing more of what you enjoy. Pursue your creative passions. Use your energy in a productive way. Try not to worry about issues that you definitely don't have control over. Worrying can become a habit, so by taking a more relaxed and laid back attitude, you can conquer your stress and become more calm and content. The mantra is, I love to be playful and let go of worry. I love to be playful and let go of worry. I really do. And when you start to realize that you are protected and you are cared for and things will work out, because we're here and now, and I'm sure you can relate when I say you have walked through many, many moments of chaos in your life where you really didn't think you'd survive it. You really wouldn't be able to make it better. You really wouldn't be able to put the pieces back together. You really wouldn't be able to move forward in the same way that you wanted to. And we all have. We all have. And so we should be a lot less apprehensive when something new shows up in our life because we know we made it through all that stuff. So we got whatever's coming at us. Right? It's like when the devil showed up and said, you'll never survive the storm. And you looked back at the devil and said, I am the storm. Milo, what are you doing? Milo? He's probably, how'd she know? He was being a bad boy. I could tell by the sounds that he was up to no good. Okay. And we have for our animal card, look at this, the cougar, assertive. The cougar with assertive. I can see that with the King of Wands coming out, that we are a lot more assertive today. We have more confidence. We have more drive. And maybe we're not doing actual actions, although we could be. I mean, it is new moon energy. It is Capricorn energy. I still get this feeling that we're pulling it back a little bit. We're thinking things through more. We're looking at we're making our lists. We're understanding what we need to let go of still. That's hindering us to move forward in the path that we want to move forward. But we're also taking time to look at that path forward. So the cougar shows up, assertive. Come on. Sometimes it just works great, doesn't it, guys? I should write this on the back, then I could read it. In silence, you find your power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. So that pretty well wraps up everything I said. It's embracing that courage. It's embracing that confidence, knowing that you have what you need in order to take the first step and then the next step, maybe even a step after that. And don't worry, you will be provided for. If you are showing the energy of moving forward and you are consistently moving forward rather than looking at the lack of and seeing what you do have to work with, you'll start to notice that the path widens as more people or more things come into it to help you move forward in the way you want. So be the cougar, be a little assertive today, especially with your own thoughts, your own desires, your own happiness, your own joy. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.